the same color as the interior fabric or my lining fabric. It's about 20 centimeters by about 15 centimeters. Oh, that's right, 25 centimeters. I want my phone to be able to, I want it for a phone, so I don't want my phone to fall out, so I'm going to make it about this size. Now what we need to do is we need to iron this top part here. I need to iron over a couple of times. Doesn't really matter what size it is, probably about 1.5 centimeters, but twice, so 3 centimeters all up. And then I'm going to iron my edges as well over like this. So I'm going to show you what that looks like when I get back. This is the first part of my pocket. So what I've done is I've just ironed it over. So 1, 2. I've decided what I want to do is I'm going to stitch this here first. So I'm not going to worry about too much about button pins because I just want to sew along this edge. So I'm going to reverse all the way to the end, and that's the top edge of my pocket. Okay, that's the top edge. I needed to do that so that that is nice and firm. So that's going to be the outside, it's going to be the inside, and now what I need to do is go around. I've got to iron these bits over as well so that I can then attach that to my lining. Okay, so I've got my pocket, ironed this over so that I have a hem on the inside. So what we're going to do, I've also done, I fold it in half and I've ironed a line through the middle. So when we put our pocket like this, you see there's a line through the center that I've ironed. I've also ironed my lining fabric in half. So when I open it up, I also have this line. Now I don't want it to be too far down my bag, but I want it to definitely be in the center. Okay, so I'm going to try and fit it right in the middle there. So it's on that line. Can you see how I've lined it all up? It's about halfway between. It doesn't have to be exact. It's probably better for it to be closer to the top than the bottom. But you don't want to be too close because this is going to pull through. So you just want to put it about in the middle, and then we're going to pin. I'm just going to put my pins in. 1, 2, and I'm actually going to do 2 rows of stitching to attach this pocket because it's going to get a bit of love and it's going to have my heavy phone in it. So put my pins in. Now remember, the pins have got to go in so that they're facing away from you. So you've kind of got to go around in a bit of a circle. I'm just going to put this last pin in like this. Okay, now remember, we're not sewing across the top here. We're only going to sew around that U shape there. Now when you attach a pocket, you always start off the edge of the pocket. Now once again, I'm lining up with that window on the edge. I'm going to sew off the pocket and onto it. And take out that first pin. So starting before the edge of the pocket, 1, 2, 3, and then reverse, 1, 2, oh, reverse. It's not liking reverse at the moment. Okay, so forward. I'm actually going to do this stitch and I'm going to come back and do a second stitch so it's nice and strong. I don't have to do that. It's just a decorative pocket. I want this one to really work. So I'm going to come right to the edge. I'm going to lift my foot, turn, take out the pin, foot back down, and keep sewing. Make sure you're keeping it nice and straight. Go at whatever speed makes the most. I'm going to take that pin out, turn, I'm going to line that up again, come back down the side like that. Now I'm actually going to come around and I'm going to sew really close to the edge next without the pins in the way. Keep sewing all the way. Now I'm going to sew right off the edge of this pocket. Off the edge. Now there are videos, and I'm going to reverse and go forward again. Nah, it broke. Okay. Okay, so there's my pocket. So I'm just going to be on the inside of the fabric. I'm just going to cut off those threads. Make sure it's nice and neat. So you see the little bits of thread we've got here. Just going to pull them out, make sure it's nice and neat. And now we have to sew our lining together, and we need to do the same thing as we did with our bag.